Welcome to the practice of Afro Flow Yoga. I'm Leslie Salmon Jones.
I'm Jeff W. Jones. Hi.
And we welcome you all with open arms and open hearts. So we are logging in from Nosara, Costa Rica. And wherever you are in the world, we're going to invite you to really take care of yourself. There's so much going on in the world, as we know. And this is a real invitation for you to restore your nervous system. Here we are, it's during Black History Month, and we are celebrating the resilience and strength of our African ancestors who taught us how to move through challenging times with the grace and resilience and strength and wisdom. So we are dedicating this practice to the resilience and strength of our ancestors. We invite you, wherever you are, whether you're at home or somewhere else, to make yourself comfortable. If you have a mat or a blanket, you can lie down. You can do this seated in a chair. So wherever you are, know that this is a practice for all abilities, all levels, all ages and sizes are welcome. So let's take a moment to come into stillness. Perhaps lie down. And if you're lying down or sitting on a chair, I invite you to close your eyes, soften your gaze. And as we have so much going on in the world, many things are coming at us, and it can feel overwhelming at times. The invitation is to go into stillness and to deep listening. So I invite you to begin to notice the sensations. The sensations, perhaps external sensations on your skin, the temperature in the room that you're in. Maybe any sensations, any lighting, are your lights bright or soft? Begin to notice your surroundings. And then as you do so, check in. And perhaps ask yourself in this moment, do I feel safe? Do I feel supported? And if you have the ability to make yourself as comfortable and as safe and supported as possible, please do so. Make the conditions conducive for your healing in this moment. And then perhaps, if it's available to you, to begin to bring your gaze inward to your internal horizons. Finding the connection of your breath which is your life force. It is your gift. It is what you've inherited from your ancestors. The inhale is the invitation to be inspired. And the exhale is when you release and let go of whatever is no longer serving you. Whether it's stress or fear, anxiety. When you come into the here and now, the awareness of the here and now is when you can begin to settle your nervous system. So as you breathe in and breathe out, perhaps begin to take an inhale through your nose, very slowly as you fill up your chest, your rib cage, and your belly. And then exhale and slowly release and let go of whatever's no longer serving. Again, inhale and fill. And exhale and empty. This is how we self-regulate through the breath. And as you breathe in and breathe out, perhaps affirm in this moment whatever you need to affirm. As I inhale, I am well. As I exhale, I release. Find the connection and the rhythm of your breath. And as you do so and begin to restore your nervous system, perhaps notice where you're holding on to tension. Are you holding on to tension in your eyes? If so, soften your gaze. Feel the weight of your eyes in your eye sockets. How about tension through your forehead and your temples? See if you can begin to soften the area between your eyebrows. Soften your jaw and your lips. And then if you're lying down or seated on a chair, I invite you to begin to feel the weight of your bones. The bones on this earth. And as you do so, as you begin to melt into and take formation on the floor, maybe feel the weight of your arms and your legs, the shape of your body. Can you notice the shape of your body in space? As you breathe in and breathe out, let that be your rhythm, sinking to the rhythm within and the rhythm of the earth. And as you melt away, begin to melt away any tension, finding ease. And as you do so, whatever's calling you in this moment, whether it's stillness or a gentle movement, listen to your body's wisdom. Maybe rest is what you need. Maybe it's the nourishment you need. So give yourself that gift to rest. During this Black History Month, as we celebrate our roots, no matter what cultural background we come from, we can learn from each other. We know our African ancestors carried the weight of the labor force in the Americas and in many places around the world. And now is a time to come to deep rest. It's okay for you to rest. So claim your birthright in this moment, if that's what's calling for you. And then perhaps as you rest and feel safe and supported in this portal of love, unconditional love, I invite you and call you into receiving that love. Perhaps receiving healing that you need, checking in on all levels of your being, physical, mental, spiritual, emotional. And know that you are supported not only where you're located, beyond. Imagine the earth holding you, supporting you, loving you, healing you. And then, if you will, imagine roots spreading deep and wide. And in those root systems, perhaps bring in those who provide support for you on this planet. Expand that support system, perhaps to those who aren't here in the physical any longer, to your ancestors. And in each breath, know that you are given this gift of life. And feeling those roots spreading deep and wide, grounding you in this moment, grounding you to the sacred earth, to the land. You are the earth. You are all part of it. We are all part of this interconnection. And then perhaps feeling an invisible cord rooting you down like the umbilical cord to the center of the Mother Earth, our Mother. And then in that center, feel yourself held like you're a baby in the arms of your mother, feeling the heartbeat, heart-to-heart connection. Find your breath. Receive that unconditional love and nourishment. And then I invite you to imagine now the earth beginning to hold you up, and then the thousands of millions of people who came before, and like the seed that you are, imagine yourself beginning to grow and expand. And as you breathe in and breathe out, filling every cell, atom, and organ with light, with love, with beauty, with joy, with abundance, and whatever it is you're calling in this moment. And then, beloved, take this moment, whether your eyes are closed or soften your gaze, to imagine above you, in the sky, the stars, the light, the moon, the galaxies, the cosmos. And imagine yourself now floating up towards the sky and connecting now up through an invisible cord to the heart of the sky. Feeling yourself held and loved. As above as below, there is no separation. And as you breathe, like the stardust that you are, imagine the light beginning to trickle down into every cell, organ, and atom of your being. Taking a breath in and breath out as you begin to connect to the element of water. Perhaps you begin to feel yourself flow, whether you're lying down or sitting up. There is no right or wrong. This is an invitation for you to begin to move in any way that feels natural to you. Now, if you're comfortable being still, honor that. And perhaps you begin to explore like your baby, coming into your physical presence for the first time. Taking a breath in and breath out. Maybe stretching out your arms and your legs, and then slowly circling your ankles and your wrists. You're welcome to follow my guidance or listen to your body's wisdom. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in and then exhale and relax. Do that a couple of times. Inhale, stretch out, maybe lift the legs up, and then relax. Maybe shake the arms out, shake the legs out. And then relax. I invite you, if you want to follow my guidance, begin to bring the knees into your heart and give yourself a beautiful squeeze. If you're on a chair, feel free to bring your knees into your chest. Then begin to rock yourself side to side. As you do so, begin to awaken, notice how you're feeling if you're following my guidance. And perhaps gently drawing the knees over to one side and opening the arms out to a T. And allow yourself to rest here. Soften fingers and toes. Finding breath. Here in Afro Flow Yoga, we love to connect to the ocean. We call this the power of Yamaya, the Orisha of Yamaya, who helped many of our ancestors travel far and wide over the ocean, across the ocean. Finding the Divine Mother within, and then slowly come back to center at your own pace. Give yourself a gentle hug, taking the knees over to the other side, and let yourself rest. Let go, relax fingers, toes, face, jaw. Finding your breath. Beautiful job. And then gently come back to center. And then slowly give yourself another little squeeze, hug. And then if it's available to you, to maybe lift the legs all the way up toward the sky. And circle your ankles around, inhaling and exhaling. Soften shoulders down, and then the other way. Circle those ankles. Maybe giving your toes a little squeeze and spread them wide. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And then from here, I invite you to imagine you're just giving a little walk on the clouds, a little sky walking. Inhale and exhale. Use your breath. Maybe you take it a little faster. Maybe you reverse it. Or take it nice and slow. Beautiful job. And then a deep breath in, give yourself another little squeeze. And then gently rock yourself up to a seated position. Where I invite you to slowly, you can elevate your hips if you'd like. And then bringing the soles of your feet together. From here, feeling your spine long. And I invite you to begin to inhale and open your heart, chest up toward the sky. And then exhale, round your spine, draw your chin to your heart. And then again, inhale, open your heart. And then exhale. And then I invite you to begin to find a flow like water. Use your breath. Allow yourself to just hear the music, maybe circling around. Take your time. Let Jeff's soothing sound soothe you, soothe your soul. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful job. Whenever you're ready, reverse the motion. Let yourself go. Perhaps begin to slowly move to one side, then the other side, inhaling and exhaling. What does it feel like to move slowly? Maybe explore a little freedom. Freedom. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And I invite you now to find whatever movement is in your soul. And if there's someone in history, maybe in Black history, a story, or someone who's inspired you, perhaps bring that person or that story into your heart. What inspires you? Who inspires you in this moment? Beautiful. And then from here, I invite you to slowly bring your arms all the way up. And then let's take a gentle spinal twist. So placing one hand down, lengthen your spine. Take a gaze over your shoulder. Taking 4 breaths. Here, as we are here in Costa Rica, we are out in the jungle. And the jungle reminds us that we have allies in nature. In the trees. Inhale and exhale. We have allies in the birds who carried our stories. Where in nature do you feel supported? Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. And I invite you to slowly stretch the legs out. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, taking a gentle wave over your legs. Doing that a few times, inhaling and exhaling. Allow yourself to release. Couple more times. Inhale and exhale. And then one more. Inhale and exhale. Let it go. Maybe let your head hang heavy. If this feels very tight on the back of your legs, maybe bring the soles of your feet together. Let yourself hang over. Release your spine. The back represents our foundation, our family, the human family. So give your back a break, a rest. Many of our ancestors didn't have that ability to rest, to stretch, to release, to let go. And then slowly come up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time, bring your knees inward, and I invite you to slowly come up on all fours. Then coming into a child's pose, sitting back, stretching out, letting your forehead, if that's available to you, touch the earth, touch the ground. And coming into the rise and fall of your breath. And then I invite you to come into that place of stillness, of deep prayer, of gratitude. Remembering the strength and resilience of our ancestors. Maybe taking this moment as we remember that we are all interconnected, to send love and strength to all who are suffering on this planet. Taking a deep breath in and a deep breath out. And at your own pace, perhaps taking your time to gently move your ribs, your arms, your hips, allowing your hips to sway. And gently taking your time to make your way up onto all fours. Perhaps taking a gentle circle around with your hips. Taking your time to tuck your toes under. And if it's available to you, to float your hips up. Walking out your feet. Taking a soft bend in your knees. Lifting up, gazing up at your belly. Lifting your hips up toward the sky and pressing your heart toward your thighs. Pressing palms and knuckles and fingertips down into the earth. Maybe begin to pedal out your heels here. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Beautiful. Maybe lifting up one heel and then the other, or maybe both heels. Really make this your own. Taking your time to gently take a meditative walk toward your hands, one step at a time. Go nice and slow till you make your way into a forward fold. Soften your knees. Maybe bend one knee and then the other. Perhaps interlace your hands in the crease of your elbows, finding a gentle sway. This is a great time to come into breath, to invite release, letting go, and to continue that deep listening. If you feel any tightness in the back of your legs, maybe begin to massage the back of the legs. You can bend the knees or keep them softly bent, or a little straight. And then place your hands on your shins. Lift up to your belly. Come up to a halfway lift. Inhale. can keep your rib cage and belly lifted. Try not to lock out your knees. And then exhale, take a forward fold. Let's do that again. Inhale, halfway lift, warming up through the spine. And then exhale, 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. This time I invite you to root to rise, feeling a string from the top of your head lift to your belly and slowly root to rise. Beautiful. From here, take a big stretch up toward the sky. Invite the beauty of the sky above you. And then feel that light coming all the way through the crown of your head. Beautiful. Slowly take a stretch up, expanding through your ribs, through your side body. One breath, one motion at a time. Inhale and exhale. And then from here, maybe open your arms nice and wide, and then exhale, rounding your spine. Take your time. Breathing, inhale, open your arms, and then exhale, round your spine. I invite you now to bring a little energy into your spine. Cat-cow. Inhale, and then exhale, roll up. Take your time, breathing and flowing. Invite ease into your spine. Beautiful job. Maybe beginning to feel like that motion of a wave as you begin to step. Beautiful. You can take this as fast or slow as you'd like. Maybe begin to open the arms. One breath. Inhale and exhale. Perhaps take this a little bigger now. Beautiful. Use your breath. A couple more times. There you go. One more time. And then let's just let it go. Feel your body releasing. Let's toss away any stress, anything that's not serving you. Toss it over your shoulder. Beautiful. And then I invite you to begin to give some gratitude to the earth. Down to the earth, from your heart to the earth. Beautiful. Find the breath. Inhale and exhale. And now perhaps this movement gets bigger. It doesn't matter how it looks. And then I invite you to begin to open the heart. Heart. Maybe take this motion slowly. Heart. Heart. Let's take that around. Find your breath. And then maybe you begin to open the arms. Up to you. We need to nourish and nurture our hearts here. Beautiful. And then the shoulders, strong shoulders. You know you're standing on the shoulders of your ancestors. So feel that strength. Yes. Beautiful. That's it. And let's take those shoulders forward now, because we are not going back. We're going forward. So feel yourself going forward. Beautiful. Yes. Take it the other way. That's it. give those shoulders a little shake, a little shimmy. That's it. Let your body just begin to shake. That's it. And when you do this, you actually raise those endorphins, get those endorphins going. We learn from nature. And I invite you now, just begin to move in any way. Feel the drums. Just let yourself go. Maybe have a little fun. That's it. Doesn't matter how it looks, just go with how it feels. Find your freedom. How are you doing all? Receive that love that we are sending you. We need to raise that vibration of love. And because it's Black History Month, we're going to share a little story with you. Are you ready for a story? Hey Jeff, are you ready for a story?
I'm ready.
Is it story time? Jeff says it's story time, so get ready. So this is a story. First, let's begin with reaching back. That Sankofa wisdom. Let's reach back. The Sankofa bird teaches us to reach back and get that wisdom of the past. So see if you can reach back like the Sankofa bird, getting that wisdom of the past. Take it all the way around. Beautiful. And now, here we go. I'm remembering the past. In your cells, in your organs, you have your ancestors. As you are your ancestors' wildest dreams, I'm going to share a story with you of my grandmother's lineage. Maroons from Jamaica. The Maroon Warriors. Almost 500 years ago in Ghana, when our ancestors were part of the collective, they connected to nature. There was no separation. They were together in their villages. And then, when the British came to find them, they captured them and took them into slavery, enslaved them, and then they were taken to the dungeons, and then they were taken on the ships across the waters. Yamaya, beautiful mother of the ocean, carried them. And said, children, we will protect you. You are protected. The sacred waters within will hold you and carry you. And don't ever forget the rhythm, your heart, the love that's in your heart, the original drum. Remember the rhythms. And then, when my my ancestors got to the shores of Jamaica, some of them escaped and ran into the mountains, ran. And they had 500 British soldiers in bright red uniforms chasing them. And as they were running into the mountains, they heard the call of the trees. Shh, come here, children, we will protect you. So they listened. Are you listening? And they heard, they got still. This is what we're required right now, to get still, to remember the drum, the rhythm, your breath. And the trees said, take our leaves and cover yourself with our leaves. So they did. They covered themselves. They covered themselves. And then they were there in the forest, in the mountains, in the jungle, waiting still for their next message from nature. And as the 500 British soldiers were coming, the tree said, take our branches and begin to make bow and arrows to protect you on your journey. So that's what they did. They made bow and arrows. Shoo, 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 shoo. And 50 maroon warriors ended up fighting off the 500 British soldiers. And the British soldiers then said, truce, we give up. We will give you your freedom. And they're still there in the lands of Jamaica, Maroon Town. They remember their spiritual practices, their language, and they remember most of all their strength and resilience and their love for you and for the liberation of all. So let's take a deep breath and take that in. And then every time you feel like giving up, remember the story of the Maroon Warriors and begin to find your freedom and your celebration. And know that no matter what culture you come from, people who come before you made it possible for you to be here. So find your dance, find your rhythm, let yourself go, let yourself flow, and just begin to shake it off. Celebrate your ancestors' wildest dreams. Dance your medicine, dance your prayers, dance your life, your light. Give gratitude to nature, give gratitude to spirit, to God, whatever is in your consciousness. Let it go. Nation. We love you. Let it go. Yes. Let's bring it all the way up. Take your breath and let's gather the stars and the moon and the sun, all that light above. Bring it through your crown, through your third eye. May you see that deep wisdom within. May your beautiful eyes see the visions for yourself and the collective. May your lips speak the words of your truth. May your heart be open to giving and receiving love. May your belly flow with infinite creativity. May your hands be healing hands. And may your legs be strengthened and fortified, and your feet take you on your sacred journey. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Let's plant that down toward the earth. If it's available for you to open your hips, maybe sit on a chair or a block. Let's come into deep breath. In our hearts. And as we take care of our inner worlds, as within is without. So it's really up to you. It's up to us right now to co-create the world that we want to live in. And that starts with you. That deep self-care, finding that deep sense of peace and love and joy and abundance. So I invite you to slowly lift your hips up if your hips are down, bowing down again. Take your time to move in any way that feels natural to you. And I'm going to invite us to slowly make our way back to our mats. Take your time, maybe step back with lemon leg. And then step back into high plank. And then step with the other leg. You can follow my guidance or your own guidance. Take your time. Be stepping in high plank. And this is a real opportunity as you bring your heart down to Mother Earth. What small habit, thought can you change to make this world a better place? Inhale and exhale, either knees, chin, chest, or lower in chaturanga, belly to the earth, deepest gratitude. And I invite you to roll over onto one side, onto your back. If you bring your knees to your heart, give yourself a little squeeze. Rock your back side to side. If it's available to you to take your knees to one side, relax and release. Come back to your breath, taking your time, other side, or following your own guidance. Taking a sigh. And whatever else you need to set yourself up, maybe bring the soles of your feet together, or a happy baby. Coming back to that deep, deep, deep listening with your breath. At your own pace, when you're ready to set yourself up, your final resting pose or shavasana, where you really relax, receive, beautiful vibrations of Jeff's beautiful music. Maybe squeeze your face and your fingers and your toes and relax. Let your burdens down, beloveds. Let everything go. Coming back to the weight of your bones on the earth, returning home. Claim your birthright to rest in this beautiful moment. Shavasana. Stay nice and relaxed. Coming back to the rise and fall of your breath. Keep your inward gaze. Gently place one hand on your heart. Gently place a hand on your belly. And whenever things feel like they're rushing too quickly, I invite you to come back home to your heart and your breath. Feel your rhythm, and then you can self-regulate your nervous system. Coming into deepest gratitude. As you practice, continue to practice this love for yourself, filling every atom, organ, and cell of your being. And if this feels too hard, just continue to practice. It'll get easier and easier to fill your well. And as we navigate through challenging times, know that we are here for you Take time to rest and restore and rise and shine. Take your time to gently roll over on one side, keeping your inward gaze and rest. Feeling yourself held and loved and supported, finding that sense of ease. Deep breath in, deep breath out. I invite you to gently keep your inward gaze and support yourself as you come back, if you choose, to a seated position. As we remember our stories, the stories of our ancestors, and even the stories of our own resilience. Know that when we carry the hope in our hearts, that we create a path and a way to move forward. We love you. We're grateful for you. Ashe. Namaste. Thank you, Jeff. And
Thank you,
thanks.
Leslie.
You're welcome. Thanks to all of you.